Hello, my lovely friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. We haven't had a chat in a little while, so what I'm going to do is talk you through the latest tapestry that I have just started. You can see that it's literally just the hem so far. That's what I've been working on. So I did mention in the last Weave With Me video that I'd be chatting to you about my next project that's quite tricky, and I thought that I would go through it with you in this video. So let me show you the image first, and then I will explain where I'm coming from. So this is the image. They are stairs. I know it probably seems really random that I'm doing that, but it is part of my project that I'm doing from the Parkside Lunatic Asylum was what it was actually called. As you may know, or if this is your first time seeing me, welcome. But I work at the SA Film Corporation, which is on the site of the old Glenside Hospital precinct, which used to be called the Parkside Lunatic Asylum, also called the Parkside Insane Asylum. So it's had a number of names over the years, but now it's pretty much like an arts precinct. So you have SA Film in the main building, you've got the Adelaide Central School of Art in the next building over, and then there are still some health services on that precinct as well, but you know, quite small, and all the old creepy old buildings are all arts. So what I've been doing, I've been gathering some really interesting photos of some of the buildings in there, and I've shown you in previous videos when I was doing the small tapestries of parts of the building. But this tapestry here is going to be the first time that I'm doing a larger piece. And the reason that it's going to be so challenging is you can see I've actually altered the image quite a bit because it was quite bright and light. It's in the basement at my work, which is kind of creepy still, but what I did was I made the shadows even darker. I made the stairs look very, very striking and kind of creepy. But the thing that I wanted to experiment with in this tapestry was, see this black here? So I'm holding my microphone so it's hard. So that black bit there, I'm not going to weave it just black. What I was thinking of doing was experimenting with how I can make areas of darkness be more multifaceted. So from a technical tapestry point of view, that means using not just black, but using, really, really dark purples, really dark, blue, and trying to make it a little bit more multifaceted than just using, straight black. Like you can see in most of my other tapestries, to be honest, I've usually used black as a background, and I love my black backgrounds, believe me, and I'm not willing to give them up just yet. But in this particular series, I wanted to experiment more with, I probably should have thought about what I was going to say before pressing record here, but it's almost like going into the darkness and not really knowing what's in there, and making it look almost, you know how when you're watching a movie and you're in the dark and then something just jumps out at you? I wanted to sort of convey that kind of thing, and I don't really know how. I'm just sort of experimenting, and in this image as the very first one that I'm just experimenting with, I kind of wonder if I can put something in here, around there. I don't know. I don't want it to be too tacky. I don't want it to be too obvious. I almost want to put something slightly lighter than the rest, just to give that impression of what's in there. So that's where I'm coming from, and it might not even work because, to be honest, I don't even know if I have the skills to pull this off. And I know that I've been in this place many times before. Even when I did this tapestry here of the bunyip, I had no idea how I was going to do that. When I was working with text, I had no idea how I was going to do that. So I do have a history of being scared of things and then being able to figure it out. So I don't see what makes this so different. Anyway, I thought that I'd give you a bit of background of what I'm working on, and then as you see future Weave With Me videos, you can kind of get an idea of what I'm trying to do. And look, if the whole lot doesn't work out, then I'll be also documenting that, because I think that especially with such a complicated medium such as tapestry, I think people are under the impression that once you learn how to do it, then you know how to do it and there's no problems from now on. And that's actually not the case. I still find it difficult to do tapestry. Even after 15 years, I still find it challenging. I still think I want to do something but have no idea how I'm going to make that happen. And this is a really great example of that. I have a series of images that I want to do, and all of them I'm not quite sure how to do them. And I don't want to be photorealistic, but also I don't want things to be like, I don't want these to just be stairs with a whole pile of black at the top. You know, I want it to be more subtle and more, I don't know, more creepy, more atmospheric, I guess. I'm not quite sure. It's an experiment, and I'm very fortunate in that I don't have anything coming up that I have to make work for. So I'm using this time to just have a play and see what happens, and see if I can push myself, because if it turns out the same way as it is in my head, it's going to be so freaking good. There's another series that I'm working on my small loom at home, and rather than tell you what it is, I'm just going to turn you around in my studio here and show you, and then you will know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, that's Dusty XX for obvious reasons, although she's not Dusty anymore. I've cleaned her up. She was a prop from work. She was in a Netflix show called Territory. I haven't actually seen it yet, but they had a prop sale and I got her from there. And if you look through the warp, if you look through here, there's her arm. But now they hold scrunchies, which is pretty cool. So I've decided to do some small tapestries of creepy mannequins. Yeah, should be fun. So yeah, that's my plan, and I'm going to take you along with me for the ride, because I've got no idea how this is going to end up. But I just thought I'd do this quick video just to keep you up to date and explain what I'm doing, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye bye.